in order to be a human.
So there you go. That's maybe why they don't call these colors, because there's no one there's no, to be human, you have to have an actual color.
Hue.
It's just like when it said the Lord came in the flesh, and it actually gives you the color of his skin when he came in the flesh. Right? What you got, brother?
I remember writing this down years ago. The color ruddy. It's from the old Irish word that means dark brown or tawny. Light skin.
What's the source, brother?
It was from online etymology, but they changed
They
it.
probably took that out.
Changed it,
Yeah, because see, when this truth started coming out, they started doing things like that.
Yeah, they changed it. Because it's really the word ruad, which is the old Irish word, which means dark brown or tawny. That's where you get the word mulatto from. See what I'm saying? And mulattoes are what? Different shades of brown. You know? Like a mixture of, what is it, light skin or, it's like I said, Edomite had a baby
light skin but still got brown pigmentation.
Yeah, and they
you
call
still
mulatto,
see the features in them, right?
There you go. They called them mulattoes back then.
Because mulattoes were very, very sought after during the slave trade, especially for sex.
That's right.
Often mulatto women were used in brothels a lot. Right? That was one of the, because, you know, for whatever reason, and they showed you that in 12 Years a Slave, because when the lady tried to get her daughter, she said he was like, no, because she can bring their pretty penny because she's a mulatto. All right? Because the mulatto, so the so-called light-skinned female was sexually sought after very strongly by Esau. And so did Jake. Jake had a thing for those light-skinned women too.
Still do.
All right? All right. Who else has something?
I just wanted to say something real quick. Wasn't Ruth his great?
Stand up, brother.
Wasn't Ruth the Lord's? Ruth was
I think she's a Moabite, right?
Yeah, the Moabite. She was great grandmother. Right. And then she had to be light skinned.
Moab was kind of dark. Yeah, they were really dark back then too.
Right,
they had the light to dark just like everybody.
They had some color.
Just like a real quick. I just went to the online because you said you went to online etymology on the Ruddy, and I went to it, you know, because you know that's what we do. And it said late Old English Rubicon. Then it goes show you how they go off. Probably from rudo, redness, related to blah, 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 but as they said, probably. So that means that's not a fact.
It's like a theory.
Right,
so probably is right. And Esau, he basically built his society based upon theory.
Right, so now I put in Rubicon, just because they said from English Rubicon, then they say probably. So I said, let me see what Rubicon, I never heard of Rubicon. So I said, let me see what Rubicon is, right? And this is what Rubicon said, a phrase to cross or pass. Now wait a minute, aren't we from the past? Aren't we, Ibaria, from the past? All right? Take a decisive step. Then they said 1620s, blah, 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 blah. And they talk about all this, possible, that. And then it says the name is from Latin rubicundans, ruddy, in reference to the color of the soil on its banks. Oh. So now you just cut yourself. Now I went to Rubicon. You still went back to soil. You go back into the soil, you're going back into what? This.
Yep.
So your Rubicon ruddy fucking playground bullshit probably looking as it's full of shit.
That's a speech, brother.
Salaki.
Established it, brother.
Salaki, I'm taking my speech back, so, you know.
That's why you got
We're gonna cut Esau from his friendly language.
Can I make a quick point?
Oh, yeah, brother.
Now, like he was saying of the soil, right? And just, you know, have melanin, you know. Now, Moses, he was an Israelite, all right? He had melanin, all right? Now, we know that he grew up being an Egyptian. And those people thought that he was also Egyptian because he was raised with them, all right? So, and so-called white scholars made this book called the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. And in it gives you the definition of Ham, who is the father of the Egyptians. And so it says, it's Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. he became the progenitor of the dark races. Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So if Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, and Egyptians is one of those sons who is also dark, and here it is, Moses, being an Israelite, grew up with the Egyptians, and they thought he was Egyptian, dark-skinned people, all right? So that means, obviously, Moses himself had to be dark-skinned as well.
And another point,
And the rest of the Israelites.
another point, they thought Apostle Paul was an Egyptian.
Right, kind of, because he, the ancient Egyptians.
Now, how many generations, Salaki? How many generations between Moses and Paul? So I guess the Israelites were just brown all along, man. So, Mr. Ricky Grant.
There was a Roman who said it, who thought he was an
Right, so an actual Roman. Now that you get that, let's get on the Romans. What you got, brother? Because that's what we're about to switch it up, and we're about to get on the Romans now. Now we're going to get on you red people.
This is another scripture on ruddy, right? This is an apocryphal. This is Esther chapter 15, verse 5. And she was ruddy to the perfection of her beauty, and her countenance was cheerful and very amiable, but her heart was in anguish for fear. So this young woman, I believe, is Esther he's talking about. She was very ruddy and beautiful in the perfection of her beauty. Man.
So she was brown, pretty brown.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ruddy means you're not only brown, but
that's
you're
what I
fine.
call my
Yeah, young tender.
Yeah,
call my wife pretty brown.
That's right.
That's what I call her. But R. Kelly stole it from me, brother.
Hey, you can't debate no man who had a black and white crayon in his bag.
That's right, brother.
That's
on deck, right? This is
That's it.
crayon, though, right? Any other precepts on the prior topic?
Stand up, brother. Stand up. So because we getting ready to jump on Esau. Make it quick.
This to back it right up about the soil. We're going to take it back to the beginning in Genesis 2 and 7. It said, and the Lord God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Okay, so G220 Ministries. I hope you're taking notes, Ricky Gant. All right.
Ricky can't.
Because Ricky can't. Because whatever Bible college you went to, you need to go get your money back. You need to put. Hey, you need to like be suing them or something.
Right.
You know. Yeah, right. You need to be suing them. What you got, brother?
Got this right here. It's Numbers chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. So that right there.
Kind of like that crayon.
Exactly. That right there lets you know that they had a brown color. If it was an astonishment that she became white.
Yeah, how you gonna become white if you're already white?
Right.
See, Ricky, man, you just should have kept your mouth shut. You know, there was a man named James White.
And he learned, well, I
Yeah,
don't know if
you
he
know,
learned his lesson.
and his church may be shutting down, and I don't know if he losing money, but yeah, that's why so many Edomites are also becoming what do you call them? Atheists. Because they start Satanists, atheists, because they start becoming a Satanist is retarded because Satan works for the Most High, but that'll go over your head too. But a lot, of course, brother. But you know, a lot of Edomites, man, are just like you drop bomb on them. And it's nothing like when that night that we cut up the little Edomite chick. And her last thing when she walked away was the middle finger. She closed the Bible and threw up the middle finger. Because it was like, why you? And so at this point, as she turned the corner, she should have just tossed the Bible in the garbage because it was no benefit to her. And it's no benefit to you, Ricky Gant, and your ministries. You waste your time. You're a 501c3 charter. You may even be an agent. It's possible. All right? And you can't, the information that we're bringing out, you're not allowed to. And you probably, and I know you didn't know it, okay, but now you do. All right, what you got, brother?
Real quick, because, you know, they're talking about David being ruddy. So I just wanted to bring out two quick scriptures. Revelations 22 and 16. I, Yahweh Shai, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David and the bright morning star. So Yahweh Shai is the son of the Most High. Yahweh came from the bloodline of David. So if David was a brown-skinned colored man, so was Yahweh Shai, the son. And just to back that up real quick, Revelations 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Yeah, so basically, hey, King David was a dark colored man. We just, in Songs of Solomon, it said, you know, his skin is black upon him. So even whoever your Chedjareh Borgia that you so-called Edomites worship, he was a, which his name is Yahweh Shai, he was a brown-skinned man, dark-skinned as if fine brass if it burned in the furnace.
Right.
Right, and then when you look that up in the Greek, it actually says bronze. And don't Edomites use a tanning lotion called bronzer? Bronze is brown. Okay? So actually in the Greek, it didn't even say brass, it says bronze.
That's right.
All right? Like the burnished bronze. So bronze, matter of fact, just add insult to injury. Let's pour more salt in this one.
With pictures?
Yeah, give me a picture of something bronze. And then let's take that bronze and imagine if it's been burnt. As a matter of fact, anything you burn, it's going to get that soot, super darkness to it, man.
They got some on the Romans, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we about to head to that.
Pop said something. Pop said should probably, we gotta switch it over.
Okay.
Yeah, because the point been driven on that. We going to the Romans, man.
Okay.
This is Exodus 4.
I'm sitting down.
Yeah, buddy. He had it.
Yeah, too. See, that's
I had it.
yeah, 4 brothers had that one piece of it. And I thought it in my head too. You know what I'm saying?
5.
This is Exodus 4, 6 and 7. And the Lord, he was speaking to Moses, and the Lord, Yahweh,